Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack44227 to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys. And alright, well, I guess if you have actually tuned into, of course, the previous thoughts video that I posted well over an hour ago for sure. I guess seeing how I did mention that I actually got myself in for a double feature this time around for sure. You pretty much know the drill where I actually say for sure. Whenever I actually talk about one movie, I should talk about another one on the exact same day for sure. So yeah. Two movies that I saw today. I'm giving you guys two thoughts videos on one day for sure. So yeah. As if I had enough of that for quite some time for sure, to which I don't. So what can you do? So yeah. I guess either way, pretty much ever since I just got done talking about Megan 2.0 for sure, I've decided to follow that up with, of course, another movie that I actually got the chance to see right around the exact same day for sure. And surprisingly enough, for, of course, this one we're going to be talking about here today, well, I do feel like I'm in a racing type of mood for sure. Yeah, I think it could give you some idea of course, what it could be talking about for sure. I mean, yeah, I guess we are talking about a racing movie for sure, and this one is actually quite interesting for me to talk about for sure, because I mean, I guess pretty much of anything, even though I'm not really much of a sports type of person for sure, I do know that there are some good sports movies out there that really do stand out for sure, and yeah, I have talked about plenty of them in the past for sure, and yeah, I guess pretty much what it is, it does actually give us some pretty good stuff for sure, and I guess pretty much of anything, pretty much for the sake of this movie for sure, that's got me in a racing mood for sure. It's not only another good one that I got the chance to see, but a pretty great one for sure. And I guess pretty much of anything, pretty much for this racing movie, it's not just a regular old racing movie for sure. Oh no. It's pretty much a racing movie that has Brad Pitt. Yeah, really think about it. Brad Pitt in a racing movie? Sure, that could work quite well, so yeah, given to, of course, what I've actually said, I think it'll give you the idea of course, the movie I'm talking about here today. But for those who don't, we might as well get ourselves in with a racing mood with today's movie that I got the chance to see today, which is none other than F1, So yeah, that's of course what I'm going to be talking about here today. Not only is this the latest film that just came out not too long ago, but it is based around pretty much one of the most well-known, pretty much sporting events or racing events that we all know for sure, which is of course F1, obviously. or if, of course, if you want to refer to it by its full title, which is, of course, Formula 1. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alright then, so before I can go ahead and talk about this latest movie, I might as well give you guys some context of course, well, Formula 1 from what I can gather, and honestly to me, again, pretty much as established, I'm not really much of a sports type of person for sure. I mean, granted, I did actually play some back when I was a kid. I mean, I guess when I say that I'm not really much of a sports type of person, I mean, I'm one of those people who doesn't actually take the time and sit around pretty much watching a TV screen of course, pretty much some sporting event that actually plays out for sure. So yeah, but I guess I do know that there are some sporting events that I know hands down, despite my lackluster experience watching sports for sure. And I guess for the sake of Formula 1 from what I can gather, I have heard about it for sure, but not really something that I can really get myself into for sure. And I guess pretty much of anything, Formula 1, I guess pretty much it is one of those sporting events that is actually well known on top of stuff like, say, NASCAR or even the Indy 500 for sure. And that's just to name me a few from what I can gather. But yeah, either way, I do acknowledge its existence for sure, but I never actually took the time to actually get myself investing on everything revolving around Formula 1 for sure. But hey, if you actually do like it, that's totally fine from what I can gather. I'm just not one of those people by far. But however, despite all of that, when I first saw the trailers for, of course, this movie, honestly, it got me really excited to see on what it's actually going to provide from what I can gather. And yeah, with what I'm actually seeing in the trailers by far, it got me hyped up for sure. And I really do think you can actually make something really good with, of course, this one for sure. So yeah, I guess you can tell I actually did have high hopes with, of course, this movie when I first saw the trailers for it hands down. And yeah, I really do think they are really going somewhere that I can really actually admire for sure. So yeah. And of course, as part of my double feature pretty much this time around, after I finish up seeing Megan 2.0, I immediately got myself in to officially see this movie for myself. And again, it's all thanks to the kind people at Crown City Cinemas for letting me do so for sure. And well, now that I've officially got back from, of course, seeing it, I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this movie now that I finally got the chance to see it? Well, I will have to say, I really do think the hype for this movie really paid off for sure. And yeah, pretty much from what I can gather, I really enjoyed this movie for sure. Yeah, I think with, of course, everything that I've actually seen by far, I think it really does deliver pretty much one massively great movie by far that really kept me on the edge of my seat for sure. And yeah, I really do think it actually delivered on that very well, in my opinion, for sure. So yeah, I guess it is quite obvious, given to what I've actually said, that I really enjoyed this movie for what it is. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alrighty then, well, now that I've officially got the short version out of the way, I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about. For starters is, of course, the story, and yeah, I guess given to what I've actually seen, I really do love on what it's actually going for with its story for sure. I really do think it is actually structured out quite well from what I can gather, and yeah, for while I will admit there are some parts in it are a little bit too bumpy in some areas that you could have actually cut out of the movie entirely and not miss one single thing from what I can gather. the rest I will have to say is actually done very well, and I really love on when it's actually done to actually really make it engaging for sure. And yeah, I really do follow through on what this movie is actually providing for sure. And yeah, through that, I really do think they structured everything out quite well for sure, that I can really love and admire all the way. And yeah, I really do think they really pulled it off quite well with, of course, this one. And I really do admire on what they actually did, so yeah. And not to mention the writing, I have to say, as another aspect. I really do think this film is crafting out quite well through its screenplay from Why King a Gatherer for sure. And I really do love for the fact that they really pulled off everything they can to make this movie work quite well. And I really think they accomplished that perfectly from Why King a Gatherer for sure. And yeah, either way, I really do think they really are going somewhere with this, and I really love what they did with the writing for sure. You can tell there's a whole lot of hard-working effort to really make this work quite well, and they accomplished that perfectly for sure. And again, I think there are some parts of it that I think could have been written out or maybe rewritten a whole lot better from Why King a Gatherer. But the rest I have to say is actually very solid from Why King a Gatherer, and I really do think they actually had a really great approach with, of course, this one, and I'm glad they actually did it quite well for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for the story and the writing for, of course, this movie. Again, some parts of it I think could have been cut out of the film entirely to actually make the runtime a little shorter for sure. But the rest I have to say really is quite impressive, and I really love what they were actually going for with, of course, this one to really actually make it all the more incredible in my opinion. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that I've officially got those two out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about the next couple things I should talk about for sure, which is, of course, next up, the characters. And yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind, I really do love on what they did with the characters for sure. I think each and every single one of them has been given such really great development from Why King a Gatherer for sure. And yeah, those alone actually are the main driving forces to actually make them likable and interesting for sure. And again, they really accomplished that quite well from Why King a Gatherer for sure. So yeah, I really do follow through on pretty much each and every single one of them by far, and I really do think they really are going somewhere with, of course, all of that from Why King a Gatherer, and I really do love it when they actually doing quite well for sure. That I can really love and admire for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for that aspect alone for sure. I really love on what they did with the characters hands down, and this movie really pulled it out of the park with, of course, this one. So yeah, and of course, all the actors that came aboard to play all these characters, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that I really do think they pulled off some really great performances, in my opinion, that I really do think they actually really accomplished quite well, and I really do think they did a really great job with their performances hands down, especially with, of course, pretty much Brad Pitt hands down. I think he is a massive standout for sure, to which I guess it is quite obvious because, well, it's just Brad Pitt being Brad Pitt for sure. So, but hey, either way, if he can pull off a really great performance in a really great movie, I think he can actually accomplish that quite well. And yeah, Brad Pitt really does pull off a great performance in this movie alone for sure. I think he really nailed it out of the park with, of course, this one. So yeah, either way, I think it's all I can say for the characters and the actors for sure. I really do think they really went somewhere with, of course, this one, and I think they really did such a great job with each and every single one of them for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that I've officially got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Actually, quite a whole lot from what I could gather, like, of course, pretty much for the production design from what I can gather. Yeah, honestly, from what I can see, by far, I think they did a really great job with, of course, the production design with, of course, this movie as a whole, for sure. The way they really actually work everything quite out to make this movie look good actually is something to really admire for sure. I mean, with, of course, every single set piece that they actually created, to even some really nice location scouting from what I could gather, it really is quite impressive from what I could gather, and really does blend in perfectly with what this movie wants to do for sure. And yeah, with, of course, all that from what I can gather, I really do think they really went somewhere with, of course, this one that I really do love and admire for sure. And that alone is, of course, what really drives this movie to be absolutely fantastic for sure. And yeah, I really do think they did an incredible job with, of course, all that. And not to mention a few other visual points from what I can gather. Also works quite well from what I've actually seen that I really do think are actually quite nice from what I can gather for sure. Everything about it actually does blend in perfectly with, of course, the tone and the style that this movie is actually going for, hands down. And I really do think they really did an impressive job with, of course, all that for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for those aspects in a nutshell. Now, as for the direction this film from the film's director, yeah, honestly, I think it is quite interesting to point out because I was actually quite amazed for the fact that this was given to us by the director of Top Gun Maverick, another movie that I really enjoyed for sure. And yeah, honestly, I think the direction in this film is just absolutely amazing for sure. You can tell the film's director really wanted to pull off a lot of hard-working effort to really make this work quite well. And I think he accomplished that very well from what I can gather for sure. I can tell they really pulled off everything they can to really make this outstanding for sure, and the direction is absolutely amazing from what I can gather for sure. So yeah, and of course for the cinematography, I have to say, yeah, honestly, from what I can gather, the cinematography in this movie is just absolutely outstanding for sure. Yeah, literally with, of course, every single camera shot that they actually are providing for sure. They really nailed it out of the park with, of course, this one from what I can gather. And yeah, with, of course, what I've actually seen with each and every single camera shot from what I can gather, they really wanted to make it look great for sure. And they really did an incredible job, of course, that front. But probably, I think, my all-time favorite big of course, the cinematography that I really love and admire for sure would definitely have to be whatever pretty much whatever one of the races actually play out for sure. And I don't mean they just pretty much film all sorts of pretty much race cars racing each other as the race actually goes by. No, they literally put you literally in the action of course, all that for sure. Like, they literally put you in, of course, the seat of a race car driver, and you're actually driving along them throughout the racetrack for sure as it goes on from what I can gather. I really do me as well, with, of course, pretty much a nice POV shot from, of course, the front and the back of the race car for sure, to even turning the camera, pretty much going from facing the road to facing the driver, hands down, with one single turn, with no single cut whatsoever. That alone is, of course, what really made it absolutely incredible for sure, and it really does feel like you really are in the races for sure, like you are pretty much in that race car driving alongside them for sure. That alone is, of course, what really got me hooked on to my seat all the way as it goes by for sure, and I really do think they did a great job, of course, that front, from what I've actually seen when I actually saw this movie. But I know hands down that it would definitely look a whole lot better if you actually see this movie in IMAX for sure, and I bet that would actually show from what I can gather, so yeah. Honestly, given to what I've actually said, maybe I think this film would be a whole lot better if they actually, if I actually did see it in IMAX. Well, better luck next time, I guess, so yeah, either way, I really love on what they did with the cinematography for sure, and they did a really great job on, of course, that front. And not to mention the editing, I have to say, it is cut up perfectly with some really great cuts and edits they actually did in a good number of areas for sure. And it even does match quite well with the film's pacing, to which that too alone actually works very, very well to the film's advantage for sure. And I really love on what they actually did, of course, that front. So yeah. Either way, that's pretty much what I could say on, of course, that front. So yeah, I think it will get you the idea on what I actually thought of this movie as a whole. And yeah, it really is quite nice to actually see, and, well, it is such a great time nonetheless, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Yeah, I dropped the cap for a second, my bad, so alrighty then, so yeah, I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say about this movie as a whole, so yeah, overall, F1 is without doubt a action-packed and yet really, really incredible and yet really exciting movie for what it is, that again really took me on the edge of my seat, that really got me hooked on all the way. Yeah, everything from what I've actually seen with every single pretty much everything that actually goes on, you really do feel the adrenaline on what actually happens throughout the course of this movie, and yeah, that alone is, of course, really got me hooked on all the way, and actually gave me such a great time for sure. And I knew going in it would actually give me exactly that, and I'm glad they actually did that for sure. It gave me such a great time, and it did result in a pretty great movie for sure. And again, some parts of it I will have to say could have been worked out or maybe cut out entirely to still make it all the more fantastic. But the rest I have to say is still done brilliantly well, and I really do think they did an incredible job with what they actually did. So yeah, either way, I knew hands down that this is one movie that I know you're gonna be in for one fantastic time for sure, and yeah, all that hands down, I think it would show on how great this movie is for sure. So yeah, I guess in the end, I do highly recommend this movie for what it is. So yeah, I think with, of course, what I've actually seen by far, I think you're in for a really great time for sure, and it is worth 2.5 hours of your time from what I can gather. So if that's something up your alley and you want to check this movie out for yourself, then I say definitely give it a watch. I say it's well worth it for sure. Trust me when I say, much like with what I've actually said by far, I know hands down that this is definitely one movie you want to strap yourself into your own race car and actually race your way to the movie theater for yourself, hands down. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, for my final score, yeah, I guess pretty much given to what I've actually said, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10 as my final score. Like I said, I really enjoyed this movie for what it is, and it really gave me such a great time from what I can gather, and yeah, again, some parts of it I do think could have been worked out a whole lot better, or maybe cut out of the movie entirely, so that way you won't miss a single thing whatsoever. But the rest, I have to say, is still done brilliantly well, and I think they really nailed it out of the park with, of course, this one, and it gave me such a great time for sure. So yeah, if that's something you're actually looking for, hands down, then I say check this movie out for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say about this movie as a whole. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, what do you think of F1 if you've actually seen it for yourself? Do you absolutely really enjoy it? I think it's a really great racing movie for what it is that really got you on the edge of your seat like I did? Or do you absolutely hate it and think it's an absolute waste of time that you don't want to fork over any money to actually see it on the big screen? Or are you somewhere in between where you think it's just fine for what it is? So yeah, let me know down in the comments down below what you thought of this movie if you've seen it for yourself. I would love to know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and well, now that I've officially got all the new releases done for, of course, June this month, I'll be quite curious to see on what we're going to be in for with, of course, July, hands down. And yeah, I guess there's a lot to choose from, hands down. Like, of course, James Gunn's Superman, that one actually looks great. I can't wait to see that. The new Fantastic Four movie, that's got me hooked on. I can't wait to see. And what else? I do know the brand new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie does look alright for what it is. And I don't have much high hopes for the new Smurfs movie. But I guess it's quite obvious for pretty much this 4th of July that'll be coming up. I guess the Kickstart July for sure. I think we might as well get ourselves in with, of course, another movie that actually makes us want to go on to yet another island filled with dinosaurs. Well, I know we didn't need another one of these, hands down, but as the old saying goes, life finds a way. So I guess I'll leave you at that. So I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyattackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.